Hello and herzlich willkommen. This is Vivesco Active Living. My name is Martina and today we are going to look into the crab reach. For today's exercise, you want to be sitting on your butt with your feet nicely planted on the floor, your hands slightly behind your bum to start with. Now, there's regressions already with your hand set up. Some people have problems to have their hands all the way back here. So if you can't quite open up through the chest like that, we want an external rotation through the shoulder. Have your hands with your fingers pointing to your sides. But if you can, bring them all the way back, bring them all the way back. So this is your starting position. Now initially you may want to try and do this next to a mirror because you want to position your butt properly as well. So wherever you're sitting now, you want to just kind of slide back and forward on the ground, get a feel for the distance, and then kind of stop right in the middle. So your shoulders are not quite above your hands. You can see they're on a slight angle. But the distance between my hands and my feet are now roughly about the same. All right, so from here you're nice and relaxed. My shoulders are fairly high up right next to my ears. So the first thing you want to learn with this move is how to get the bum off the ground without moving the bum off the ground to start with. So the height we're getting to get the bum off the ground comes actually from shifting ourselves out of our shoulder joint. So I hope you can see the difference. What I'm demonstrating here now is if you're just lifting your bum, your shoulders stay fairly high up. Okay, so this is a bum lift. This is fairly easy. Shoulders, arms aren't moving much. What we want to work here is the shoulders and the shoulder joint. So instead of lifting your bum, you keep that stable and still to start with, and all you do is push your hands into the ground and push your body away through the arms. So I hope you could see how the distance here from shoulders to ears is changing. Another important thing to look for here is that our head doesn't end up being out there. That's quite common as well. So ideally, you kind of want to have your gaze up into the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are, and that will allow you to kind of tilt your head because your body is on a slight angle. So we want to keep the spine aligned and in one line. We don't want to look forward. We want to look slightly up. Okay, so this is your regression. This is your first base here, is to have your head in a good position and then shifting your body out of your shoulders, which lifts the bum off the ground and back down. So just going through this movement here is the first thing I want you to learn and to train before you take this any further. If you haven't got control over this, then don't go and take this any further. Hands at this point, if they're still out here, that's fine. Still works the same way. So if your hands are out to the side, you're still pushing out, oops, eyes up here, still pushing out through those shoulders. So push the palm of your hand into the floor and push your body away from your palms. All right, 2. Once you've got this down, now we're going to start and lift our bum off the floor even higher. So we're getting some glute and hammy activation happening. Finding my position here again. All right, chucking your head in a good position. Starting to lift through the chest, push out. Now, before you lift a hand, you want to shift your weight into one hand. I'm going to be moving towards the camera now. So you shift your weight into one hand so you can take the other hand to your chest. This is to guide you into the move in point 3. You can already see how my arm is shaking. This is quite tough. From here now, we're going to drive the hips up as high as we can. So this would be number 2 actually. From here, and then you start driving the hips up. Okay, so anywhere here, this is your progression. Whether it's just a shift, I'm just going to change arms to give my left arm a bit of a break. Whether it's just the shift that you're going next, strengthening your wrists and that, and then just starting to get a bit of a hip drive happening here. This can be a progression, or you take it further and further as we go. So next one up would be you're coming up out of your shoulders, head's in a good position, shift your weight, then drive the hips, and then we want to drive the arm and reach with your fingers here towards your supporting hand and look towards your supporting hand as well. Pushing those hips up high as far as you can. We're not coming up onto our toes. Feet stay connected. And then we're going to drop back down. Gaze is back in the ceiling, back in the sky. Changing hands, still nice and tall out of your shoulders. Now, if you're really good, you don't need to reset here. You just stay, change sides. You drive, pull over. Hand reaches towards the other bottom hand, eyes go with it. And come back. Gaze straight back to where you should be, head in a good position. Back here. And back down. So this is quite an advanced move. Kind of got popular the last few years through Animal Flow. A lot of people have taken it over. Originally, I think it's a move probably more so influenced by yoga and stuff like that, but Animal Flow has kind of brought it onto the bigger picture. But yeah, so definitely challenging move, and as I said, you might find it challenging enough to just push yourself out of that shoulder slump. But even just therefore, it's a really, really good exercise just to open ourselves up back through the chest, pushing our shoulders back here, getting some nice extension through the thoracic spine. So even if you can't get into that reach, you'll still get some good benefits out of this move. So have a go. Let me know how you went. In diesem Sinne. Tschö und bis bald.